The Origins of the Palestinian Nation. According to the report of the League of Nations Commission published in 1930, Palestine was originally inhabited by Semitic peoples, the earliest of whom were Canaanites. Tradition holds that Abraham, the ancestor of the Jews and Arabs, came from Ur to Canaan. When the Israelite tribes arrived in Palestine after being captive in Egypt, they were united into a single kingdom by King David in 1000 BC. This kingdom reached its peak under the leadership of his son, Solomon, who built the first temple in Jerusalem on Mount Moriah. However, after Solomon's death, the history of the Israelites, or more precisely, the two kingdoms of Israel and Judah, became a period of civil war and conflict with foreign tribes. Around 720 BC, the Assyrians destroyed the kingdom of Israel and took its inhabitants captive. Around 600 BC, the Babylonian king Nebuchadnezzar invaded the kingdom of Judah, destroying Jerusalem and Solomon's temple in 567 BC. Most of the population was taken captive. 50 years later, when King Cyrus of Persia conquered Babylon, the Jews were able to return to Palestine. Around 515 BC, they rebuilt Solomon's temple. In 332 BC, the Jews came under Macedonian domination. Around 170 BC, a Jewish revolt was suppressed, and the Second Temple was destroyed. After Macedonian rule, there was a period of limited independence. This lasted until the Roman conquest by Pompey, who entered Jerusalem in 63 BC. In 78, Titus destroyed the city. All that remained of the Second Temple was the Western Wall, later known as the Wall of Ra. In the early 2nd century AD, Emperor Hadrian banned Jews from entering Jerusalem. From that period, the Jewish people dispersed throughout the world. From then until the founding of the State of Israel in 1948, there was no Jewish government in Palestine. Although some Jews always live in Palestine, their numbers fluctuated depending on the tolerance of subsequent rulers. After the division of the Roman Empire in 400 C, Palestine came under Byzantine rule until the Arab conquest in 637 C. The Al-Aqsa Mosque and the Dome of the Rock were built on the then deserted Temple of Solomon, known as Haram al-Sharif. After a hiatus from the Crusades, from 1099 to 1190, Saladin, the Arab ruler, invited the Jews to return to Palestine. In 1517, the Turks conquered the country and ruled it until the end of World War I. In late 1917, British forces occupied Palestine. Except for a period of interregnum during the Crusades, Palestine was ruled by Arabs and then by Turks for over 1,300 years after the Byzantine era. The population of Palestine was predominantly Semitic Arab, both Muslim and Christian. There was also a small number of Semitic Jews. Both Arab state and the Ottoman Turks granted Jews the right to continue their religious practice and maintained a Jewish spiritual connection with Palestine. During the 19th century, the Ottomans permitted small settlements for Jewish immigrants from European countries where anti-Jewish discrimination was increasing. By the time of the British occupation in 1917, Jews constituted less than one-tenth of the population of Palestine. 9% were Arabs, both Muslim, 80%, and Christian, 10%. Palestinian Arabic traditions, customs, and language constituted the core of Palestinian culture. Major issues after World War I. In the 1920s and 1930s, the situation in Palestine changed. According to Baruch Kimmerlinge's book, The Palestinian People, and Joel S. Migdal, Jewish plans were more ambitious than ever. In discussions with Arab political leaders, the Zionists openly expressed their hope of bringing 45 million Jews to Palestine. The concerns raised by these statements remained the driving force behind the Arab political agenda until 1948. Since World War I, one of the main political issues in Palestine was whether Jews would have unlimited immigration and unrestricted land acquisition. Canaanite Palestinians. According to Mahdi Said Rez-Karissem's book, The History Virtues of Al-Aqsa Mosque and Al-Quds, the Canaanite Palestinians were skilled in industry and commerce. Therefore, they often traveled to Europe and Morocco. These people also traveled to Greece, Spain, Morocco, Algeria, and Tunisia. In these places, they established centers of commerce, civilization, and culture. It is stated that the Palestinians did not come from Greece and the Aegean Sea or from the island of Crete, but rather the rivers. Textbook, and in the books of Greek historians today, explains that in Greece, Palestinians were found who came from Canaan in 1500 BC. They live in Greece and the island of Crete, then returned to their homeland. They left and then returned because of their profession as traders. It is also explained that their use as Palestinians dates back to 2000 BC. According to this book's historical version, the Jews were cut off from Palestine for 1,800 years, from 135 BC to 1918 AD. Meanwhile, the Palestinians who live today are descendants of the ancient Canaanites. Let's review the history of Jerusalem and Canaan. The city of Jerusalem was originally called Jebus because it was founded by the Jebusite tribe around 5,000 years ago. The Jebusites were part of the Canaanite tribe. The Canaanites were descendants of Canaan. Canaan was the son of Ham, one of Noah's sons, who in Islamic teachings is the prophet Nuh, peace be upon him. Therefore, Canaan was the grandson of Noah, peace be upon him. Therefore, the true founders of Jerusalem and rulers of the land of Canaan were the Canaanites, descendants of Noah, peace be upon him, not the Israelites or the Jews. The Palestinians or Philistines were descendants of Mizraim who was also the son of Ham, so Mizraim and Canaan were brothers. So the Palestinians and Canaanites are the descendants of Ham and Noah or the prophet Noah, alaihi salam. It was only in 1003 BC that King David captured Jerusalem from the Jebusite tribe. King David is the king of the Jews. In Islamic teachings, King David is the prophet David alaihi salam. So the Jews only controlled the city in 1003 BC.